Hello, everybody. The motion today is this house would use English as the primary language in Israel. Our definition. It's going to be for high school and up, including extra lessons from first grade and help for troubled kids. Well, we all know that English is an international language, important language. We all need to know. How many times have we seen a tourist coming to Israel, getting into a store, and the salesman just doesn't know how to talk to him? He doesn't know English. He doesn't know how to explain things to him. Well, we are here to prevent that. We're here to prevent it and teach him how to actually talk. We give people in Israel the opportunity to express themselves in English. Let's face the truth. People that don't know English has lack of chances to actually succeed in life. To go abroad, to go study. We're here to teach them English. They can go to study abroad in better universities, to develop their company and make international, and go the company international. Basically, they have a better chance to succeed in life. By knowing English, let's talk about someone who actually succeed in life, the Prime Minister. Can you see the Prime Minister go abroad, communicate to other countries, explaining his ideas, fighting, doing his job like he should be if he doesn't know English? No, he has to know English. There are high positions. High positions jobs require English. They require a good level of English. So the students, the people can go abroad. They can go teach them. They can go work in other countries. Like we said, the Prime Minister needs to know good English. It gives them the opportunity to go abroad to succeed better in their life. A lot of students choose their profession in high school. By teaching them English from high school and up, we're giving them the opportunity to get to know the material in English, to get to know the professional terms in English. And again, this gives them a better chance to actually go and succeed in their life. Plus, as we said, we're going to help troubled kids to know English. So our goal is to actually help everybody. We're going to help them to know how to communicate better, how to know English, how to go abroad, how to be in a better position and go and do what they want to do. Many times we are really good at material, like lawyer, like everybody that has the material and know what to do with it. We're good in our profession, but we don't know English. We can't go abroad. We can't develop ourselves. Yes.
Okay. You said that they will succeed in life if they will be good in English. The debate is, do you think it will help them in school to learn English and to learn the professions in English?
As I said, it will help them to know the material in English. As I said, a lot of students in high school actually choose their profession in high school. They go study sometimes in academic lessons while they're in high school. By knowing the material in English and the professional terms in English, they can go abroad and they can better succeed in life. One thing leads to another. This is a better thing for us as a society to know English, to develop ourselves, to develop our economic state, which my friends from the opposition will go later. Let's talk about it later. We want to help everybody. This will help everybody. This will help every student that needs to know how to talk, how to go. Have you had some times that you actually know something so hard and you want to go national and when you want to go and explain it to other people to show your success, your well knowledge in other places, in other countries. This is something that can help you do this. If you don't know English, you can explain that. To sum up, English is an international level. We all has to know this language. It's very good for us and it's very good for our society and our economical stage. A lot of students need to know English because it will help them better in life. They will help them to learn the material and learn the professional terms in English. Thank you.
Okay. So this house believes that the English language shouldn't be used as a primary language in schools. Okay, so I'm Daniel, I'm the leader of opposition, and I'm gonna tell you why. So first of all, let me refer to what the government said. You said that the English, what I got from you, that speaking English in schools is the only way to actually learn it and to actually speak it well in the future. We think that there are many other ways to do it, and like you can see, we have just now an English debate, and we all speak very good. And let's say we can use other treatments. You can increase the English classes. You can get better teachers, maybe ones from America. There are many other ways that will be almost as efficient as speaking it at school. Okay, so for my first point, let me just tell you that everyone about the nature of all people. We, as in an early age, we learn from the environment. We live in it. We speak English. We speak Hebrew at home. Okay, we are born to Israeli parents that do speak Hebrew at home. We learn Hebrew because we get the environment. We learn from it. We study what's around us from a very young age. And suddenly you come to school, you speak a whole different language. I think that it will make it a much harder time on everyone, on all the students. You don't know half of the words or the things that you are taught, and you don't know how to deal with it. You suddenly, let's imagine our first English class. Do you think if you would have learned it without the use of Hebrew, do you think you would have learned English at all if just a teacher came to your class and spoke to you in English, only English? I wouldn't understand anything because I don't know English. I live in a house that speaks Hebrew. I don't know English, and I need Hebrew to actually learn it. Also, Israel. Let's go a bit back. Why does Israel exist? We, the Jews, we roamed around the entire world. We lived in many places. We were kicked out of some. We were banned from some. Many anti-Semitic things did happen. And why do we have a country right now? The Jews needed somewhere to live, somewhere to have a language, to have habits, to celebrate holidays together. And without, you take some of it out. Suddenly all the education system is around English, only English, no Hebrew at all. What's the point in Israel? What's the point in a place for the Jews to live in if it doesn't include all of the things that it actually should include, and that also includes the language. So there is no educational system without the Hebrew. The Hebrew is the glue to all the subjects, like I said before. Also, let's say I go to science class. I don't think that suddenly I have terms that I've never heard of, and that's not only bad enough. They're in English. I don't know English that well to actually deal with them. Suddenly I have new terms that I don't know of. I don't know how to deal with them. And it will affect the grades on a bad side, and it will harm the students. It will harm the overall country grades, and it will harm everything. So also, you speak of a very drastic change. Suddenly, everything is in a different language. We speak Hebrew, and suddenly, boom, you have English. Everything is English. We wouldn't know, the students wouldn't know how to handle it. Also, we can't implement it in the middle of students like actually learning right now, because it will be in the middle of a school, not in the middle of school year, but in the middle of a school. Yeah, because it doesn't have to be from the first day you come to school, because if, let's say, you start at 10th grade speaking English at school, I can be in 11th grade when that happens, and then I wouldn't know what to do with myself. So Hebrew should stay the primary language in school. Thank you.
My argument is going to be the development of our society. But before I present my arguments, I want to rebut the opposition. They said that we talk Hebrew from a young age, and suddenly, boom, and suddenly, in one day, you start to speak English and they teach you in English. But we said in our definition that they will have extra English class from the first grade for all over the years. So from a young age, from the junior high school and from the high school, we will prepare the kids for the high school, that they will know how to beat the English, how to understand, how to speak, and how to express themselves. And they also said that about the Jewish, and this is our country. I want to remind you that we also have Arabs in Israel, and maybe English will have one language for all the teaching on all the schools. So it will be a benefit for us. So to my argument. When we're learning in English at high school and up at university, we have an opportunity to advance ourselves, to develop our career to abroad. But the opposite will happen too. People from abroad now can come to Israel and learn at the university and learn at high school here. For example, take the Ben-Tchumi in Herzliya, a very successful university that they teach in English. And it's really a good university. And we should have all the university like that. We'll be successful and could have people from abroad in Israel that could develop themselves here. We will develop our society. We will develop our economic system. Maybe you should ask yourself why. By people come and learn here. Maybe they want to stay here. They want to find here a work. It will be like a taglit. People want to come to Israel, want to learn here, want to work here. It will be good brains to Israel. It will develop our society, our economic, because it will be more jobs for people. Because when we learn, when you teach in English at high school, it will prepare people to life. People can come here to learn here. People can go abroad. It just make good things. Think about it. It's wonderful that people from all around the world will come to Israel. That is a small country, and can develop themselves. Israel will be will go upstairs, can be part of the world, really can communicate and really can develop ourselves. And I want to talk about another things, that if we will learn in English, because today we have Arabs that learn in Arabic, we have Jewish that learn in Hebrew. When we learn in English, we made an equal language that everybody learn at it. And it don't mean that we will forget our Hebrew. It don't mean that we will forget our Arabic. It means that we will have equality, and everybody will learn at the same language. And this is very important thing to Israel, because it have so many cultures and religions. It will be something that will make everybody together, and people can communicate between themselves. And again, I want to remind that if we learn in English, it doesn't mean that we will forget everything else, and we get prepared from a young age to the high school and university. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Yali. Hello, I'm Yali. First of all, I want to start with some rebuttal. The opposing team said that it will be easier to the tourists to study here in the university and in the Ben-Tchumi or something like that. but it will be harder to the society here to study in those universities. It's not worth it because as a government, first of all, you have to put your society before the tourist. And the opposing team also said that the society in Israel should know English better. Our house believes that there are some other great ways to study English better than study all the professions in English. Like add lessons add classes, add English classes, get better teachers, and those stuff. And our house believes that this is not the best way to study English. Now to my arguments. Students can't study Lashon, Avanat HaNikra, and Sifrut in English because it loses its value. Because students can't study Itzurim, Binyanim, and all those stuffs in Lashon in English. Because you just can't do that. Israel is a Jewish country, and the Jewish people language is Hebrew. If the students will learn in English, the Hebrew language will lose its value and slowly will disappear. Because you can't study Hebrew in English, as I said before. You can't study Hebrew in English because you just can't. It will be really hard to the students to speak English in school and then speak Hebrew after school at home. It will be delay the students' Hebrew studying and the language's quality. Children improves his speaking by listening and speaking the language. For example, 2 months old, a young kid, know just to say Abba, okay? And then he listens to the language, he tries to speak more and more and more, and then he improves his language level. And then when he's 6 or 15, he improves his language just by using it and listening it. And you listening to Hebrew in high level in school. If you will study in school in English, you won't hear Hebrew in high level, and the quality of the Hebrew in Israel will be lower. Let's imagine a hypothetical world. 50 years from now, no one will speak Hebrew and everybody will speak English because they know English better than Hebrew. All the music, movies, and the literature in Hebrew will disappear from the world because everybody will know English better than Hebrew, and they will prefer to listen to music in English and see movies in English and read literature in English too. And it's bad because Israel is a Jewish country and Hebrew is our history and the traditional language. The language that all the students know the best in Israel is Hebrew, all the Jewish students. If all the classes will be studied in English and all the school will be studied in English, it will be harder to the students to understand the material. And the way and how fast they learn the material will be just worse. In conclusion, because of those reasons, our house believes that Hebrew should stay the language that you study in school in Israel. Because the students can't study Lashon in English. And the opposing team said that you study it just in high school. And you have Bagrut as the final test in Lashon in high school. And if the students can't study Lashon, they will be failed in the test because they just can't study Lashon in English. And thank you very much.
Okay, so today we heard a couple of different arguments, but I want to rebut a couple of things. I heard that they said that if we will just go into high school and start learning English, like we didn't learn English a couple of 12 years before that. We didn't do that. We just started to learn English now, and we're learning it when we were teaching everything that we learn in high school. So I want to remind you that we're learning English until high school. From first grade, and I think that if we start learning English and Hebrew at the same time, we should get to the same level of knowledge in both of the languages, just about the same thing, because we're learning that we start to learn English at the same time. I also wanted to say that the fact that we're learning English 3 years of our lives. It doesn't mean that we're going to forget English or something like that, because it's only 3 years of our life, and it isn't that big. Children with trouble in English, well, we are offering them private lessons to raise their knowledge in English, so they won't have trouble in high school. I would like to go. Oh, and one more thing. Hebrew and Lashon, as you say, well, like today, that when you learn English when you're speaking English. If you're going to learn Hebrew, you're going to learn it when you're speaking Hebrew, not English. No. Now I'm going to move on to my arguments. We said that English is an international language. And if we, because English is an international language, the fact that people will know English better is a benefit, and it doesn't have any problems. It will develop your country, yes.
Why do you think forcing everyone to study in English is better than giving them only the option to study in English in the high school?
Well, giving the people an option to study English, maybe a couple of people will do that. But if we want to get a real impact and a change in our state, then we need to make everybody do that. Because when you take a smart group of people and give them that option, maybe a small group will choose to use that option, but not everyone. So I was starting to say that the learning of English will develop our country. It will help you develop yourself. I mean, when you go to, if you will choose to go go abroad, then you will know English better. You can help yourself learn English in different universities in abroad, and it can help you. If you choose to learn English, if you chose to learn your profession in high school, well, the learning that in English will help you a lot. No, because if you start to get knowing your profession, if your profession material, then that will help you. We also said that it will help Israel's economic system. When we open ourselves to more people that will learn English, then we're helping ourselves develop. Because when let's say until now, people that wanted to come to Israel but didn't have the chance to do it, or they just couldn't do it because they had a big problem of not knowing of the Israeli society, not knowing English good enough so they can work here. But now people will know English better, and they have a chance to do that. It's a win-win situation. Just for us, that we win because it is developing our economic system, and it is helping them develop themselves also. I also wanted to say something that let's take this debate program, for example. We all know English good, and that's because we were chosen to do this, right? We passed tests or something like that. Let's say that this law works, then maybe everybody could do this, not only the people who know English well until now. Because if you're going to learn English from a younger age, and you're going to know English better, then programs like this can be that can be applied by other people, not just us. Okay, thank you very much.
Hello. So, first of all, I want to start with some rebuttals. You said that if people, if everyone could talk like us English, why can't everybody be on this program and succeed like we do in knowing English? That point is not very valid because you said only from high school people will start learning English, and we're not in high school. We're in middle school. Right. All right. You said that basically the key to succeed on international level and on any level is to know good English. First of all, knowing English is important, but what you suggesting is to know better English and leave aside all the other professions like math, science, and all those very important professions. And basically just wipe them out and give English the main stage. Right, you also say that if we learn English and Hebrew at the same time, if we start learning them at the same time, we'll reach the same level. And we do actually. We do start learning English from 2nd grade in our school or 3rd grade. And the level of English and Hebrew isn't always the same. It's sometimes very different. Sometimes English is very pulled back and Hebrew is much more talkative and much more popular in Israel because that's our main language. All right. Daniel Oyali said that Israel is... sorry, I have one point. You said that how many times have we seen someone walk into a store and the seller didn't know to speak English. I just want to say that Israel is one of the more pro-English states in the whole world. We have signs in the streets in English. We have English lessons at school, which is how do you say it? You have to take them, not like in many other countries. Okay. All right. You didn't prefer our main point and the debate point of teaching in school. Professions will be much harder to be taught in school if they will be in English. You only said if someone will know very good English, he will succeed. What about all the other professions which will be much harder to taught if they will be in English and not only in Hebrew? All right. Also, Danielle preferred a different situation, which we will put more hours into English every day, and we will bring better teachers, better people to teach English, and that will help more. You didn't answer that.
So, do you want us to believe that as a pro-English country, a seller still can't talk to a tourist?
All right. I basically said that Israel is one of the most pro-English states in the world, and almost everyone knows English. If you walk in Tel Aviv and start talking to someone in English, he will know how to speak English, or in Israel anyway. And what I mean by pro-Israel, I mean that it's not... you can't take for granted the fact that we have signs in English and stuff like that. If you walk in the mall, most of the stuff will be in English. That's what pro-English means. And that's not for granted. If you walk in other countries like Italy or France, you won't see that. All right. Yali said also that it will be much harder
for students to speak in English at school or at high school for 3 years and then come back home and speak in Hebrew, that can really confuse them. Also, you said that only 3 years from their life won't ruin the Hebrew language. You're basically saying that 3 years of only speaking English in their class won't be such a big impact. But you literally said that if someone will talk English for 3 years from his life, he will be so successful in the international level. Thank you.